welcome to My Life Podcast, where we get raw and uncut. Today I brought in
China Doll.
and we're going to get real deep and personal a little bit with her life and what she does, and everything is raw and uncut, so y'all don't want to miss this.
Okay. I go by the name China Doll, of course. Everybody knows me from by China Doll on Instagram. I guess you could say I'm an aspiring content creator. I'm dipping and dabbing with my, content creating side. So I got some things in the making. I'm just a free spirited fun girl. I'm outspoken. I'm raw and uncut. It's gonna be fun. So just stay tuned for our interview questions and give us some feedback. I'm excited, guys. So.
And what's something that you don't really tell people that a lot of people don't know about you?
A lot of people. Repeat the question.
So let me try to okay. So what's something that personal to you, not too personal, but that a lot of people don't know about you? Like, it might be that you like to do something that people might look at you and say, what, you like to do that?
Something that I do or have going on that I don't often tell people would have to be my content creating side, only because I work a 9 to 5. I work a real job, so I've been in the customer service field for some time now. As far as my content creating side, I'm trying to balance those two, content creating and then my professional side. So at work, I'm professional. I'm Megan. I'm not China Doll. Like people that know me personally, like through social media, they see me as like the freaky fun girl, don't give a fuck what I'm posting, what I'm saying. So I feel like that'll be something that is not a secret, but it's something that I don't often just put out there like, oh my God, I'm a content creator, or I do OnlyFans. It's not nothing that I just broadcast. It'll have to be something that comes into the conversation later on down the line, like in the, as we talk about it. So that'll be something that I feel like is something that I don't share often. It'll be something you just have to know about me already.
Okay. So, I follow you on social media.
I do.
So I do see everything you post. So do you get a lot of backlash from the stuff you post and the videos that you post, some of the things you may say on Instagram and do? Because you a little out there.
So yes, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked. A lot of people have their opinions on what I post, how I post it, what I do. I often get stereotyped when people see what I post on social media, because on the outside looking in, people that don't know me personally see my Instagram, just automatically think like, oh my God, she's a hoe, or she just wild, she don't care, she disrespecting herself. Like, I didn't often got backlash. People would say like, why do you post yourself naked on Instagram? What's your intentions? Do you do that for attention? Or how do you expect a man or a woman to take you serious when you're doing that type of thing? And it's just like, I don't really take it personal. It's something that I've been doing for some time now. Not saying I don't care about what I post, but I just think
it's more of you don't care what people say about what you post.
That's the type of attitude. It's like, hey, I'm grown, I do what I want to do. You're going to respect it, support. If you don't like it, don't follow me. It is what it is with me. I don't feel like I'm disrespecting myself, because I feel like with strippers, I used to dance. So I feel like people often feel like, okay, you a stripper or you a hoe. And that's not the case.
You know what, though? And I think especially with the way that some, not all, but a lot of, not even a lot, just how some dancers are now, it's not just dancing. So a lot of people, I think, kind of look at, as soon as they see that you dance or you might do OnlyFans, it doesn't mean that you're just going to go have sex with everybody. But because of the way that some women do approach their situations and, portray themselves like that, I think they kind of categorize all dancers, content creators, like they kind of just put them all in one category, like, okay, strippers are hoes. If you do OnlyFans, you're a hoe. But I mean, you could do OnlyFans with your man.
And I agree.
I think that kind of plays a major part in it too, is just the way the industry is now, that people kind of feel some type of way about.
And it's crazy because I've met tons of women that actually are really good business women that really have like businesses. You know, Airbnb is a new thing that everybody's doing right now. It's definitely a money maker. So I feel like, why should we be stereotyped? I feel like you should be able to dip and dab between the two. Like, you should be able to have an alter ego. Like, I'm this when I'm that, and I'm this when I'm handling business. Because just because you do OnlyFans don't mean you're not professional.
That you're not going to handle your business.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, no, I do know a lot of very successful dancers who have very, very successful businesses. So my next question to you is, what advice would you give to a girl who might be trying to come up and do content creation, but she might be a little scared or nervous, or she might feel like, oh, well, I don't want to deal with the backlash? Like, what advice could you give to those girls?
Some advice I would give to any girls that plan on doing content creating, or just want to step into that world of maybe, you know, being more of getting in tune more on to your sexual side. The first thing I would say is, you know, just stay true to yourself. You know, do what you believe in. Always be confident. I feel like if you're not confident, you'll never be successful, because how can you be on camera or do that type of work and you're not confident within yourself? So for the ladies out there, all I can say is, you know, stay true to yourself. Always believe in what it is you want to do. On top of being confident, have fun. Don't think of it as, oh, I'm trying too hard, or I'm doing this because I want to make money. Do it and be able to do it freely. Be yourself, be free, have fun, and just, you know, be safe. Be safe. That's a
big one. A major thing, especially with how everything's nowadays.
Definitely be safe. You know, use protection. If you choose to not use protection, because I do have friends that do content creating where they have scenes where they don't use protection. Make sure, you know, you guys are, you know, keeping up to date with your, you know, your test results and things like that, because in this industry it's often like, it's like, okay, that takes the fun out of things when you are using the, you know, having the condom scene in your scenes or in the video. It's kind of like, if you're giving oral, why do you?
That's just like porn.
It's like giving oral and then putting a condom on.
Yeah,
you can catch things, you know. Or,
you already,
you know,
what that post on Instagram say, you already swallowed whatever you had, maybe.
So that's all I can say for the ladies out there. You know, stay true to yourself, have fun, be safe, and just be confident. Everything will, you know, work out how it should. Just, you know, be true to yourself.
Ooh.
That's my motto for myself. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. I tell myself that every day.
So my next question is going to be more so into how you're very confident. I noticed that you're very confident with yourself. You don't really, like you said, it's not that you don't care about what people say, but it doesn't really bother you, because you, like you say, you're true to yourself. You know yourself. So were you always like that, or did it come like later on? Like when you first started, was it hard for you, or when people were coming at you, did it kind of bother you at first, or was it always just like, oh, I don't care?
It wasn't always I don't care. A little bit of background about myself. I was never the type of girl where I felt like I would be as open as I am now, like, you know, with being naked and, you know, not really exposing myself, but putting myself out there, that type of image. In high school, you know, girls used to get so much backlash about, you know, even making a video of yourself, or even just being sexual with your boyfriend or with your girlfriend, just being able to obtain that trust from your significant other or the person you was dating at the time. Just to be exposed was like the most awful thing that could have happened to you.
You know what? I was exposed when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely got exposed.
And it was like, exposed? I have not. Not in high school.
I got exposed in high school.
Not in high school. Coming out of high school.
I definitely got exposed in high school. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah. So I met a girl. I had a girl. I'm actually still cool with her to this day. She got exposed in high school. And back then, we was young. I didn't really think nothing of it. I just often thought like, oh my God, why they messing? You know what I'm saying? Why they making fun of this girl? Why they bothering her? But it also found out that the person that exposed her was somebody that she had dealings with.
That's what it was with me. Yeah. I definitely got exposed by my ex. This is a really crazy story, and y'all, listen, this was not supposed to be on here, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway, so if I get any comments, I'm coming for y'all. But, no, so when I was in school, I was dating this boy. He actually passed away now, but he asked me to give him head outside of school, and I told him no, because I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going in the bathroom and giving you head.
Right.
So he asked me to give him head, and I didn't. And girl, I woke up and my naked pictures were all over Instagram.
Oh.
Not Instagram, Facebook, because at the time it was a Facebook thing. It wasn't. We didn't really use Instagram like that. And I had naked pictures of me all over Facebook that I had sent him. And my mom was pissed because girl, I didn't even have a phone. I was working off of a laptop and like going to the library and getting on Facebook. And then I had like a little camera, and I used to take pictures on the camera in the mirror and then upload them on the computer and send them to him on Facebook. And they were all over Facebook because I didn't want to give him head in the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Girl.
I feel like that was the thing with me coming up in high school. Guys often would pick on you just because you weren't that open or that, you know, as they say now, easy or green, and just, you know, allowing the guy to be able to have that, you know what I'm saying, get that close to you to the point where you guys are having sex. So it kind of was a thing.
But you know, I didn't have sex until I came out of high school. I actually didn't lose my virginity until I was 18, which is really like, people are like, girl, no, I was like, you cannot touch me. But I also had a very strict mom.
Parent.
So yeah, like I couldn't go anywhere. My mom literally went to the movie theater with me and my boyfriend and sat like 2 rows behind us. Like, yeah, I'm watching y'all. Like you've met my mom. You know how Meg is down. So she definitely was really on me, and she was on my ass bad as a kid. So I can say I didn't lose my virginity until 18. But okay, so we're gonna get into the juicy stuff now. So the big question that everybody wants to know, and I know everybody wants to know because they stay DMing you about it. Everybody wants to know, is Meg single or is Meg in a relationship?
Oh, Meg is single. Right now I am single. I just got out of a situation. Yeah, I was dealing with a guy. Things didn't tend to work out how I planned, so I'm living a single life for now. I'm not looking, but I'm dipping and dabbing. I'm dating. I'm exploring. So you know, when the time comes and I feel like I'm ready to, you know, be back settled in with, you know, whoever it is that I settle with, I'm just chilling right now. I'm living for me. I'm dating. I'm having fun. I'm not committed to nobody. I don't feel like I feel more free now. I don't have to answer to nobody. I go home when I want to go home. I stay out all night if I want to stay out all night. I'm just doing what Meg wants to do. So it feels great. So I'm single. I'm single right now.
It's the look at the nail like, are you single? Are you really single?
I am. I'm single. I promise. I'm single.
So
if anybody sees this and they don't think I'm single, hey,
that's on them.
Cuff me up.
Cuff me up. So when you get into relationships, like, I've noticed that sometimes guys will say, like, I see a lot of posts on Instagram and they'll be like, oh, I want to date a stripper. Oh, I want to date somebody who does OnlyFans. When you get into these relationships with these guys, do they come at you like that? Like, oh, you need to stop what you're doing, or I don't like what you post, so you can't post that?
With that, it's a 50-50. I've dealt with men that I feel are often insecure about what I do only because they feel like you're exposing yourself to the world, you're putting yourself out there. With us being together, how is that going to look as me being a man allowing my woman to do those type of things? But I also had conversations with guys that I have dealt with as like, you know, hey, babe, this is what I do. This is what I've been doing before I met you. It'll never be to the point where it'll get disrespectful. I always try to come into a relationship being 100% honest, letting the guy know, like, hey, I used to dance. I'm still, you know, dancing on the side. I do my OnlyFans. So it's a 50-50. I've had backlash from guys as well that I have dealt with, and they just say, hey, I feel like that's some whole shit. I don't want to fuck with you. If you're not going to cut that shit off, I don't want to be with you. And it's just like, hey, it is what it is. I feel like you shouldn't stereotype me or label me just off of what I'm doing, especially because it's profitable. It's not nothing that I'm doing as far as I'm doing this for fun. I just want to be freaky. I just want to fuck. No, it's something. It's profitable behind in what I'm doing as far as the OnlyFans, the content creating. So I feel like if I am to be in a relationship, I'm always going to be respectful. But I do content creating more so on the side where I have content with prior people that I already was dealing with, and it's like, okay, I'm just kind of like doing different edits for those videos. But majority of my content moving forward, it'll just be me by myself, only until I'm comfortable with, maybe if I do get into a relationship, if I do start back dating again, comfortable enough to have that relationship with the, the on-camera thing. Because a lot of guys not really into the on-camera thing either. Guys are like, nah, that ain't my thing. I don't want to do it. It is what it is. So
do you feel like it's the insecure thing? Like, okay, so I'm not saying you're wrong or anything, but do you feel like it's the insecure thing, or is it maybe that, like with me, so I used to dance before I got with, my man, but I can say that he was big on, it was more so, I don't want other men to see you like that, or I don't want other men to lust over you like that, so I don't want you exposing yourself or exposing your body in those ways, or saying things that might make a man want to, have sex with you, or, oh, I want to just fuck her now because I know she sucked dick good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I totally understand.
So do you think that it's an insecure thing with all of them, or do you think that that might be a little bit of why they might come at you like, oh, I don't want you posting that?
I feel like it might be more so on the side of, like you said, being more like looking freaky to the outside.
To the outside like world. And that's more so something, right, that they want in the room people. Just for them. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
So I think it's more so, it could lean more toward that side. I'm not going to say all men are insecure, so that's not true. Some are, but I'm not going to.
Some men definitely are insecure.
I'm not going to put that out there like, oh my God, all men are insecure because they're saying you can't do all
that's my answer.
So yeah, I'm going to go with you on that one. I feel like it's more so of a thing how the public looks at you. Right. And a man being with a woman, and the man also receiving backlash like, oh my God, you dating a bitch that do OnlyFans, she strips, she do content. How do you feel as a man letting your woman do that? They say women, they often want men, they also say women should let men take care of them, and women shouldn't be doing what they do. But I feel like as a woman, we're always going to hold ourselves 10 toes down no matter what the situation is. So I feel like a man, often men that I dealt with too, they often feel like they can buy you or bribe you. Like, oh no, you ain't got to do that. Let me take care of you. Let me be your sponsor. You could dance for me, or let me just do everything. And I feel like a woman shouldn't have to deal with those situations.
So let me ask you this. If a man comes to you and says, okay, I don't like that you do content creation, I don't like that you do OnlyFans, I don't like that you post your body, I'll just take care of you, I'll fund everything, would you stop what you're doing, or would you stop your job? Like, would you just stop everything and let that man take care of you? Like, if he told you, shut up, okay, in order for me to do everything for you, he's gonna pay your bills, he's gonna buy groceries, he's gonna pay the car, like, there's nothing you have to do, but you have to leave your job and you cannot do no more content creation, would you do that?
I would not.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because I've always just been taught by my mom to just be on all 10, always. Right. She always taught me self-respect. She always, gave me talks about just being a woman, knowing how to stand firm on what you say and mean what you say, not letting a man walk over you, or not just letting anybody be able to disrespect you. I would love the fact that a man would want to take care of me, but also I wouldn't allow a man to completely take care of me, only because when men do everything, they feel like they own you, or they feel as if you have to live up to their expectations. Like, I'm not going to say all men, but 80 or 90% of men think that way. They feel like, hey, I'm doing everything. I want you to cook when I want you to cook, walk when I want you to walk, go out when I want you to go out. It often becomes a thing where it's like you don't have a life anymore. It's like the life you're gonna live is the life I want you to live. You're not gonna live with me. Is you're not gonna be able to have a life, and I don't like that. That's not something that I would be able to settle for. Maybe later on down the line as far as marriage, but even in marriage, I feel like it'll have to be an understanding there as well. Now I will eventually, agree to stop the content creating and stop doing the OnlyFans thing when it gets that serious. When it gets to the point where it's like, okay, man.
But it's not something you would just stop.
Yeah, I'm not just going to stop because you telling me, oh, I don't want you to do that. That's not how that's going to work.
Right, that makes sense.
It's just about respect. I feel like it's just about boundaries in a relationship. It's just about respect. Respecting each other. You know what I'm saying? Just being true to yourself. Like I said back when you asked me the last question. Just stay true to yourself. Never disrespect your man, let it be known, like, hey, I'm not doing that.
I think that's where a lot of confusion comes into, is that a lot of women aren't upfront with things. Mm-hmm. They don't tell their man, like, hey, I do this, this, and this. It just comes, it's like they go with the flow. So this man starts to get attached to her or starts to feel some type of way, and then he finds out later on down the line that, oh, she does this, she does that, she makes this, she makes that. And it's kind of like, he's like, well, I already have my feelings in, so I might as well just settle for this, or I might as well just deal with this. But then that's where a lot of problems in relationships come in too, because
Absolutely.
men start, like you said, men tend to be more insecure than women. And I'm not giving bad feedback about the men. But what I can say is that a lot of times that men don't express a lot of things, and they're not going to tell you that they feel some type of way. But 9 times out of 10, they feel some type of way, and it builds up. So then when it does become an argument, it's like, they have a list of things that was wrong.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just one thing. It's like a whole list of things that they felt some type of way.
And also girls, I don't mean to cut you off, but girls that do content, another thing I feel like guys are big on, they feel as if a woman is not doing self-content, which is the thing I feel like should be more out there as well, because men often think like, oh, she's a content creator, she's just on Instagram sucking numerous dicks and
they definitely
people, and that's not the case. That's why I said it is self-content. I do have a lot of homegirls that do content creating, and they don't have not one video
of men
having sex with anybody else. It's about.
I think that's what kind of comes back into play with what we were talking about before, as far as men tend to think when they hear content creation, they hear dancer, they hear bartender, they hear this kind of stuff, they hear the first thing they think is she's a hoe. Mm-hmm. She fucks men for money, or she's fucking men every night. Like, I have friends who bartend and waitress, and they tell me all the time that it's constant arguments with their man, because they have to, like, part of being a bottle girl, you don't have to necessarily flirt, but you can't be rude either.
Right.
Like, you do have to kind of smile in a guy's face, and you might, if a guy be like, oh, you cute, you might be like, thank you, just, and you might get $100 tip. Like, it's business. Business is business. But to men, they look at things a lot different, and they don't really want to look too deep into it. And they're also men, so they've lived it and they know what goes down. But they also, like I said, every woman is different. So what happened with this one girl that night, that might not be you. Mm-hmm. So again, I think it kind of comes into play what they try to categorize all content creators and all, dancers into one category. And I can first-handly say that not all dancers are prostitutes. Now, it is a majority of them in Atlanta who do prostitution along with dancing, but
Absolutely.
That's because, that's what they choose to do, but they've also brought it into the clubs. So now that they've brought that into the clubs, a lot of men are like, okay, well, instead of getting a dance, I know I can just go fuck her for $200,
right,
or $100 or whatever.
And it's sad.
Know what I'm saying?
It's sad that men do think that way, because like you just brought that situation up, it's like men often feel like, hey, why should I throw my 100 ones on you when you ain't gonna do nothing but give me a dance, and I'm gonna go home at the end of the night with a hard dick, when I could go
fuck her for $100,
throw my money and fuck. And actually get the full experience. But I also feel like that's another thing.
The full experience at a strip club is a fantasy. The full experience at a strip club is not, I'm coming to fuck you.
Right.
This is not, this is not a whorehouse. It's not a brothel. Like, when you come to the strip club, that's one, these girls are coming in to dance. A lot of these new girls who come in to dance, they come in thinking that these girls are making all this money off dancing. Mm-hmm. A lot of the OGs are, but a lot of the newer girls are not coming in like that. And then they come in and they think, okay, I'm going to make all this money. And then they get sold a dream by a guy like, oh yeah, come dance at my house. I'm gonna give you $1,000. I'm gonna give you $2,000. They go to the house, and then the man is with his dick out. Oh yeah, just suck it a little bit, and I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of younger girls fall for that.
Absolutely. And women often get a lot of stories, sad to say, but a lot of women do have like sexual assault stories and things of that nature, because they're new to the game. Like you said, a lot of the OGs, they have clientele. They making money because that's what they've been doing for so long. Versus the new girl, she's just trying to experience. She don't know much about dancing, but she's coming into this world. She's coming into this lifestyle because she has been sold a dream as if, hey, you go dance, you got to dance, you're going to get money, you're going to go home with thousands, when that's not the case. And
Instagram plays a major role in that. Like, a lot of these clubs, like, I'm not bashing any of the clubs. I love the clubs. I love the strip clubs. You know me, I will go to a strip club to eat and see pussy all day. I don't care. But I can say that a lot of these strip clubs do also portray images that are not true. They'll only post when a rapper or somebody comes in and throws tens and thousands of dollars.
That you have to
and of course, let's be honest, the girls who are in that section are usually the OGs, or the main faces of the club, or the girls who are known in the club.
Right.
So, or if of course it's like their customer or something. But that's what they post on Instagram. So then, say I'm a new girl coming straight out of school, and I see this Instagram page posting thousands of dollars every night. These girls are counting tens of thousands of dollars. Of course, I'm gonna want to go dance there. Then I get there and I'm paying $200-$300 tip out, and I make maybe $200-$300. So it's really different, and I think that that's a conversation for a later day. But I feel like as far as the clubs and stuff, that that plays a major role, is that things are portrayed to be something that they're absolutely not.
Absolutely. I feel like Atlanta is just, I don't know, Atlanta is just all a dream. Everything is just so fake now. It's like everybody is living through Instagram, living through social media. Like you said, people's heads are just...
And with Atlanta, everybody's a celebrity. So it's like everybody wants to have this image or have this thing going on, or I'm this person, because that's just how Atlanta is. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, of course, like, it's good to think highly of yourself, but it also, like we were saying, it can cause a lot of miscommunication and a lot of problems too.
Yeah.
But so my next question for you is, what are you? Like, bisexual, gay, straight? I asked that because you'll say on Instagram one day, like, oh, I want a girlfriend. And the next day you're like, oh, I want a boyfriend. So it's like, which one?
I'm going to elaborate. I wouldn't say I'm bisexual, but I wouldn't say I'm not into women and men. I love men 100%. If it came down to it, as far as cutting one of those two off and having to just deal with one gender, I would have to lean over towards the male side. I've had experiences with women that, give me the satisfaction, but I feel like I'm more into women as far as the intimacy side. And I say that only because being a woman is kind of like, okay, I know what I like. I'm emotional. I have a period. Sometimes I'm cranky. Sometimes I have an attitude. I feel like dealing with a woman, sometimes it can be good and bad. It can be good as far as just having somebody that understands you.
Right.
More deeper, like having a more deeper connection because you're the same gender. I've had sex with a lot of girls. Yeah, I like the feeling. I don't know. The orgasm that you get from having sex with a woman is a totally different feeling than how you would have an orgasm with a man. And I feel like men sometimes don't often really satisfy me how I feel like I should be satisfied. Only because I feel like, and I know a lot of women can agree, men often, they fuck to just fuck. They fuck to get their nut. It's not about, oh, what can I do to please my woman, or what can I do to make her more comfortable, make her body more relaxed. It's like, okay, I want to fuck. I'm getting it feel good.
Right.
I nut. It's over with. And us women are often left to fend for ourselves. And that's why I feel like the rose toy comes into play, because it's high demand now. It's popular because you got to think about it. A man can't compete with something that was made, a manufacturing product that is gonna work and you can buy again and again and again and again. It's gonna do the same thing. Men are, as human beings, they get tired. Sometimes they stress. Sometimes they might not want to have sex. Sometimes they can't last as long as we want them to last. And I feel like that's more so of a thing where I have to have a man and a woman. I feel like I like women. I love the feeling it gives me, but I'm not fully satisfied with just a woman. I have to have a man. And I don't say that to say like I have to have a man and a woman at the same time, but I've had experiences where I have had sex with a woman, and after that, it's like, okay, I got my nut, but I want to be penetrated. A woman can't penetrate me because she has no penis. But I also hear, I also hear lesbians.
I was going to ask you that.
Thing.
So have you ever been fucked with a strap-on?
I have not. I've had discussions about it. I've had talks with girls that I've, had, dealings with where they say like, hey, the strap-on thing is the thing now.
It's not.
I want to feel it.
Well, you know what? Let me not say that, because I don't want my girls to say that I'm knocking something. I might not have got hit with the right strap.
Okay.
But I can say that I went through my little phase where I liked girls, but I can't even say I liked girls. I only liked studs, and I don't want to say studs to be rude, because I know some gay women take offense to that word, so I'm not trying to be offensive. That's just the word I tend to use. I had a girlfriend, and she ate my cat or whatever, and it was so weird because she went in her closet and grabbed this bag, and I was so confused because I'm like, what the fuck she go grab this bag for?
Right.
So I'm thinking like, maybe she got like, little vibrators or something. Like, okay, we finna be cute. She pulls out a whole strap on and puts it on, and I'm just like,
you're in shock. Like,
I was so
I've never
confused
seen this
because I'm
before.
like, yo, I've never done this. And you know what? I think that I only was going through like that little phase of being gay, and I was only wanting to date studs because I just wanted to get my pussy ate. I will not eat pussy. We've talked about this. You cannot pay me to put coochie on my mouth. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. But I can say that when she did that and we had sex like that, it just was, I don't know, it's not the same as a man. Like, a man penetrates you different. It feels different. It feels weird, like real. Like, it was just so weird to me. And it felt so weird to me because I knew what it was. Right. So it was, that made it even weirder for me. Like, absolutely. I was like, this is definitely not my thing. So, like, after that, it was more so like, I told her, like, yeah, you can eat me out, but we're not going to do that no more. I'm not with that no more. It's not giving. Like, I had a fake moan. And I'm not going to say her name because I love that girl to death. Like, that's my dog, for real. She know who I'm talking about because she probably going to watch this. But that's my dog. But she just, I don't know, it wasn't my thing. And it really made me uncomfortable. Like, I would not do it again.
I have a little piggyback on that, too. As far as the old, you like girls, you like boys thing. Yeah. I said that, I often, like, I don't know. I guess it's the type of females that I come in dealings with, but often when I do have dealings with a woman, that's kind of making me feel as if I want to give that a break. Not saying that I'm not going to like women, but as far as like the dealing with part, like the sexual part, it can kind of be a headache because women often feel like you should be the only person they're talking to.
Yeah.
They're very
definitely
clingy at times, very jealous. I just had a situation with a female that I was dealing with. Very cool, down-to-earth female. Loved the personality. She did something for me, which was, very sweet, very sweet. I feel like she did that just to do as a gesture that, that you do when you're dealing with somebody. She ended up liking me. I feel like she ended up liking me a little bit too soon, or kind of had a little bit of kind of feeling towards me too soon, because we had a falling out. I ain't gonna say falling out, but we had a situation where it was like, I don't even want to deal with women anymore. Like, that kind of like gave me the feeling as if like, hey, fuck these hoes. Like, I'm gonna treat these hoes as such. And it's like, I feel like niggas, I'm not gonna say it's okay to dog out women, because it's not okay. I've been there, I've done it, but I feel like in a way it's like I can look at a man and kind of get that understanding from a man's perspective, because it's like a female to push you to the point. And it's like, you can't come into a situation demanding that you're the only person that I talk to, and we haven't even been talking to each other for longer than a month. So I just had a recent situation, guys, and I feel like I don't want to talk to women anymore. It is what it is.
You did say that. So my next thing I want to talk to you about is polygamy. Would you try that?
It's something that I am interested in, actually. I haven't tried it yet, but it's something that I'm interested in. Something that I might be into later on down the line. I definitely will give it a try. I don't have anything to say about it.
And what about threesomes?
Oh.
With a man and a woman, or a man and a man, like, or
if I had to pick, it would have to be a man and a woman. If I had to pick, I would have to go with man and a woman. Because I was going to
say, I kind of feel like a man and a man, that's a train. You get a slutted.
But, I've heard that's the new thing. I often have subscribed to a lot of content creators on OnlyFans, and that's what's going on now. Women are definitely having sex with two men.
That's low.
That's not my thing, but...
Never mind. We're not going to say that. I was going to say something that might get me canceled, so never mind.
That's what's going on now. And I know a few girls, and you guys know who you are.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this before we kind of like start wrapping it up and talking about a little bit more so about what you have coming up with your content.
Absolutely.
This is where I'm going to get a little personal, too. So I know that we just talked about, like, you are open to, having a man, and you do want that, but that's later on down the line when you find the right person. Do you believe in pleasing your man to the fullest extent? And I'm going to piggyback that question when you answer the question.
Do I believe in pleasing my man to the fullest extent? I do believe in pleasing my man to the fullest extent, but I only to a certain extent. Let me put it that way. I do believe in pleasing my man to the to the fullest, but to a certain extent.
So if he was to ask you, like, let me say, okay, so if a man comes to you and says, oh, I want you to lick my ass or eat my gooch or something, like, what you gonna do? If you really like him, if you really like this man, like you head over here is in love and he like, oh yeah, baby, like this feel good, but lick my ass. What you gonna do?
Girl, I might get up and run out the door. Like, I would be so traumatized. Like, I don't know. I'm not talking about the girls that do it, but I don't know. That's not something that I'm willing to get into. Not right now, at least. I'm not gonna say never, but no.
I actually know a girl who eats her man ass.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she don't find no problem.
We had
with
to
it.
compete,
it's not my thing, but
yeah,
you
if
know.
we had to compete, I'll lose my man every time. Cause I don't know. I couldn't do that.
So so you said you freaky, and you said you want to do that. So how freaky is too freaky for you? Like, what draws the line for you? Like, what would a man have to say to you that you would just be like, you know what, this draws the line with me. We good.
The thing that would draw the line for me, that's also a thing now, are the golden showers.
Oh, girl, no.
That would cross
You're
the
not
line.
peeing on me and I'm
that
not
would
peeing
cross
on
the
you.
line for me. That would really that would really just cut it for me. I wouldn't be able to even deal with you no day after that because I just feel like, why would you even disrespect me?
You want to pee on me?
Why do you want to pee on me? Can I pee on you? I wouldn't even want to pee on you.
So let me ask you this: if a guy, this is not prostitution. If a guy said, "I'll pay you $10,000 to shit and pee on me," what you gonna do?
Oh,
I'm finna shit and pee, baby. I don't
know. I can pee on you, but I
shit and pee, and I'm gonna take that money right straight.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stomach the thought of me trying to concentrate to shit on you. I would have to just eat. I would just have to eat, and it'll just have to do what it's gonna do.
You know that's the thing. Go on Pornhub and look it up.
Oh wow,
that's the thing. It's hella videos. That's where I got the question from. That's because I was on Pornhub being nasty, and I fucked around and I seen that video and I said, oh, you know what? This was a guy trying to tell me to stay on Pornhub.
That's out of my league.
That wasn't for me.
That's out of my league, baby. I don't do all that. I can't do that.
So we done talked a little bit about you and yourself and kind of gave people like a little taste of what Meg got going on. So do you have anything? I know you said you do a lot of content creation. What platforms do you use?
Platforms right now, my biggest platform would have to be Twitter, only because they allow you to post and nothing has to be covered. Like, you know how Instagram,
so it's not censored.
Yeah,
right.
You know how Instagram kind of flags you. I got off of Instagram and made a second page, kind of like the Finsta thing going on, but I often still get flagged. So it's like I really can't really give my supporters, I don't want to say fans, but my supporters, that satisfaction, because every time I try to upload something, it's like, oh my God, I'm getting flagged or my page getting deleted. So my biggest platform for now would have to be Twitter. Only because, like I said, I can just post freely. I can do what I want. I could post my whole asshole if I want to.
I'm not listening on Twitter though. I see some crazy stuff on Twitter. I'm
most
like,
definitely.
Twitter
is the new Pornhub. Twitter's the new Pornhub.
Somebody said that the other day.
Twitter is also the new OnlyFans. It's like, it's free. It's different clips. It'll satisfy you.
So what about OnlyFans? Do you not use that?
Not right now. OnlyFans is not one of my platforms that I'm more so using as of right now, but I'm not gonna delete anything that I already have posted. So if you want to go in there and just kind of give me some support, you can. But I'm not planning on doing anything with OnlyFans right now. So yeah. Okay.
And do you have any new content that's gonna be coming out anytime soon for us that we need to know about?
I haven't made any new content as of now, but I am going to do a few videos. Maybe in about a few weeks. Give me like 2 or 3 weeks. So I got some things in store after Valentine's Day. I got some things in store.
Okay. And so since we're kind of coming into 2023, it's a new year, we're only a month in. What's your goals for the rest of this year as far as with your content creation and with what you have going on, like with your personal life and stuff? Like, what's your main goals for this year?
With my personal life, one of my goals right now is to just finish school. I'm enrolled in college. I just got enrolled in college.
Yes, girl, you got that acceptance letter.
Yeah, so that's my main thing as of now. Content creating, I wouldn't say is gonna be a goal right now, only because I'm, more so into like my schooling and things like that. But with the podcast thing, it's something that I do want to do more, want to do often. It'll be something that I want to really get it up and going. Maybe, be able to make money from it, be profitable, right. And, maybe start making like maybe some t-shirts, get a name, get a logo, you know what I'm saying, get a trademark, those type of things. Those are some goals that I have, you know, going into the new year or beginning the new year. There's some things that I'm looking forward to.
And I'm going to close you out with a question. I close everybody out with a question. Okay. So my question for you is going to be, if you could give some advice to somebody who's upcoming and wants to kind of like go on the same path you're going on, what would be the best advice you can give them that you think would help them and take them farther?
I'm going to have to piggyback again on the previous question. But like I said before, the number one advice I'm going to give to everybody, no matter whether it's content creating, always stay true to yourself. Be confident. You're going to get a lot of negative feedback. You're going to have those people where they're going to dog you out, you know, say you a whole post you, make you feel bad about yourself. But as long as you just true to yourself, as long as you got that confidence, you're going to be all right. Look at it as it's something you're doing. That's your passion. Don't look at it like, okay, I'm doing this just for money, because you're not gonna be fully comfortable. You're not gonna ever be able to just be free. You're gonna look at it like, hey, I'm doing this for money. It is what it is.
Right.
So,
okay,
that's my advice for now.
And do you want to tell them your Instagram name so they can go ahead and follow you and see some of your content?
Most definitely. My Instagram name is China Doll Meg. Part 2 is PT, the number 2, not part like PART. So it's China Doll Meg, Part 2, PT, and then the number 2.
And that's the end of our interview with China Doll Meg. Like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have Instagram, My Life Podcast. We have a lot of great content coming in. This is just episode 1. I actually have a lot of people lined up for the next couple weeks. So stay tuned, and thank y'all for tuning in.